What is going on, everybody? I'm McLaren Speed Shop World Champion coming at you, and we're here, RP Law action, back into Hollywood, and we're, pretty much kind of wrapping things up for me with the EB01 stuff. This will be probably for now, depending on whenever the bans, restrictions, and stuff like that drop. This will probably be the last video I do with EB01, and then we'll probably after this transition for law contact back into OP06 and kind of dial things in, because I've been pretty much just waiting around for the bans and restrictions to get announced, because I haven't super wanted to dive into OP06 stuff, because just in case anything that's big that gets banned or restricted that completely kind of shifts the meta stuff, I don't want to sort of learn and then tune a law deck or anything towards what currently was there, and then if things change, then have to then change it. So didn't want to spend too much time on doing all that, because it's only been 2 weeks. So I feel like being able to do the EB01 stuff and just being able to do a bunch of wacky, weird stuff has been super fun for at least me personally. And yeah, we're returning to Hollywood for the finale here. Not too much anything different. I just change some numbers around a little bit that we're experiment with for this one, just to try to see what happens. It's just what I've been kind of testing around with, but overall, obviously things will change once we get to May with EB01 and whatever the state of things are then, and then things will probably change around, stuff like that. But honestly, for me, I feel like any kind of law build that I've messed around with works, just because of if you're able to get kids set up, and especially if you're able to get Reiju, she just fixes all the issues that we had. It's nuts. If you just drop one of these and get the 2 cards, you're pretty. It doesn't matter. I feel like your play style, even if you play super aggro and are burning through cards, she just bails you out of all that stuff. And so I feel like no matter what build you use with Law, Reiju just kind of completes it. And I haven't really noticed anything, at least for me, of all the stuff I've tested, any too big of differences in overall matchups. There's small things that you can tweak around and everything, but I don't know. Whatever your preference is, I feel like you can make anything work. Whatever little personality changes you want to make for your Law build, Reiju just makes everything work. It's just nuts. And yeah, for the little EB01 finale, I wanted to return to Hollywood Law, because it's my favorite to use, just because it's got the coolest name that we've come up with. But I mean, with all the other variants, as a RP Law community, if we come up with some cool other names for our deck builds, then that may change. But right now, Hollywood Law just sounds super cool. It's sick, and it just works. We got the film, testing out Saga, 4 of them, and then Shirai with 4, and then got our normal sort of removal here, and then we got the regular stuff again. The boys, Bon Clay is just, it's so good. It's such a good card in certain matchups. Being able to combo Bon Clay with Kid, and then since you get the active, both give you active Don, being able to attack for 7k sometimes is just, it's so strong, especially early in the game. Being able to attack leader 7k, or if you have other characters out on the board and stuff. And then obviously Kid and Killer, who we got it's the only card I've updated and put alt art in, just because this is my favorite card I think they've done. I just really love the art style, and just their fits. They're sick. I just really like it. And of alternate cards, I'll definitely be getting this one in the future. But because the rest of the card art for me, it's not a super big deal, but I just love this one. It's just so sick, and I can't wait to be able to get this card, and it's gonna look so cool. But the rest of the stuff, we have our Zoros as well, so we can hit our little rush combo, and we're just, I don't know, you're just able to just outpace your opponent, and we can adapt to the situation so well once the set drops, and I'm so excited. I literally can't wait for this. It's gonna be sick. Summer is gonna be so much fun for us. It's gonna be amazing once we get all this stuff in May, getting the Bon Clay, Kid and Killer. And it's going to be just so much fun being able to put together so many different variants and stuff, and just kind of go from there, depending on the state of the game and everything, what the future meta and stuff. We're looking forward to that, because, again, depending on what happens, I could see Blocker Law coming into play and being like a mainstay. Because if they do like heavily nerf like the black removal decks, going up against yellow and especially green, both yellow and green like to build up the hand size so they can stall you out and drop their boss cards. So Blocker Law, depending in the future, I feel like could become like a very important staple card, just depending on what happens post ban restrictions and what you're facing. But also too in your everyday life, if you're playing a lot of Uta, like against Green Uta, we got Green GY Yamato coming, and all the other yellow decks too, with the, because the way yellow plays is they want to build up hands, or even not by choice, because yellow bricks a lot, because they have, again, the cards with the decks with all the boss cards can brick in hand, so just being able to take away a lot of their options, like that's two, like dropping this card, that's 2 cards you're getting rid of from your opponent's hand, which could be, again, RNG could completely kind of change the game and whatever their plan is. So Blocker Law, I feel like could become a staple in the future, but it just kind of depends on what we're facing. Because vice versa, depending post bans restrictions, like if things don't change that much, then you could completely probably get rid of this and not have to use it at all. But that's why I just have 2 in for right now. We have 2 Beppo. Same thing for me. How I feel with Beppo is I feel like is, depending on how things go in the future, maybe not as needed either, just because Beppo is a little bit more situational, just because of his effect of needing, your opponent has to have more, so you don't get the equal or less, like the same with like the other newer cards. It's equal or less done. So for Beppo, you have to be less. So depending on certain things, that could be tough, because again, like Bond Clay, it doesn't matter where you're at, you just add a Don as active, which I think is pretty strong, and it's just way better. And then obviously the boys, they give us 2, and the boys have the 2K counter, so later in the game the transition to that. But yeah, that is enough yapping for the little intro stuff, covering everything. Be the finale for EB01 law stuff for now, depending on what all happens, we'll see. But and whenever like I guess this stuff gets updated to the sim, we'll go off on that. But yeah, we'll probably revisit EB01 later on. But yeah, I'm super excited to be able to get back into OP06 here, go from there, see what we're facing, and kind of tune things in. Because again, we have until May and everything until we get these cards. But it's been super fun to fly around and experiment with the future stuff while we have it. It's just, I feel like it's been super fun for me, and just giving a long-term kind of goal and stuff to look forward to. It's very, very exciting, and it's super cool as like the RP Law community and everything that we're gonna be, I feel like, rewarded for. If you've been here grinding, like the day one grinders, because I know most of you guys are, we've been out here since the 3 captains, like the deck dropped, like working things around, being able to finally get to the place where Law is going to be comfortably like up there, at least to me, is super exciting and feels super rewarding. Obviously, depending on what happens, if this becomes super popular, it's a little bit like, I don't know, it's a little bit of a weird feeling, because especially if you get all the people that jump on. But I don't know, for me, overall, I look at it as like, if you're playing RP Law, that's the flag you're flying, you know. And I feel like we're all on the same team, no matter whenever period you kind of joined in. And I'm very excited. I just want to see, for me personally, I just want to see this deck up there at the top, winning. You guys having success and everything too. Again, going against the grain, because we've been playing so long against the top decks, and having a little like niche spot has been super fun for me. So yeah, I'm excited for the future. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for all this. And yeah, big time yapping out of me for this intro. But yeah, we'll jump into some few games, and I'll try to go pretty in depth and break those down a little bit with everything. But yeah, let's jump into the games and see how everything plays out. Alrighty, we'll see how this goes. We have some Law v Law action. We have a decent hand, I'd say. It's pretty good. Because I have Ray to bring in. Literally, okay, we have Kid as well. Okay, well, this could be pretty cool. So I'll attack them 8 on 5. Just to get them down. And yeah, I have Zoro, we have Kid, I have Ray. So a lot of stuff we could do here. So we'll see. But I have Gordon as well. It kind of depends what they do off this. So they're attacking 5-on-5. We'll take the hit. Okay, get another Gordon. I don't really need that. We need a little ramp. We need Bon Clay or the boys. Okay, so alright, they're hitting us with the law play. Alright, well, I mean that's fine. Actually works out if they don't do anything, because I can drop a Kid, get our one back into Ray as well. Okay, so yeah, let me drop Kid. We go 1, 2, 3. Puts me down to 2. They're there. Into Ray. Do that. Get one back. And then I'll attack them 6-on-5. And now I've got some defense. We got another Kid to bring in if we need to. And yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Again, this is just a battle of like attrition, pretty much. So with them sacking the boys there, I assume that means they have another one. So we'll see. See how things play out here. Because yeah, I've got a couple different things we can do depending on things. So I'm just going to do that. And bait them into... Because I assume would try to remove Kid anyways, yeah? Because he's at 6, so if they have a Gordon or something. But now we put the pressure on them to be... to try to attack, potentially. So I have the 2K if we need to. So, okay, they're dropping max. Alright. So yeah, I assume that was going to happen anyway, so that's why I blocked like the attack. So if they're going to do that regardless, then... doesn't super matter, because again I have another Kid, but we have a bunch of rush here as well, and I have law, so yeah, we'll see how things go. Again, I just need, I don't know, if we draw ramp, then I'll play a bit more aggressive. Okay, so they're attacking me just 6-on-5. No, I'll block it, and then get rid of that. And we'll kind of go around from there. Because I could drop this and this. To drop these down. Pop. I could... We'll see. Potentially wipe everything. Alright, I get Shariah. Alright, because then I have Kid. I have another Kid. If I drop Kid, though, again... The only issue would be... So like attacking and stuff. So I could attack this. We could try to play hand and go from there. Because I do have more rush to drop. So let me just attack that 5-on-5 and we'll see what they do. So if I can drop them down into like a little hand starvation mode, that's not the worst thing either. Okay, so they do that, which is fine. So I could drop this for 4, minus this down. Or minus because wait, I'm at 5, they're at 2, so they're gonna be at 5. So if I go down, then they won't be able to use Beppo. So they block that. I could go so this onto this, and then save Gordon to get rid of somebody as well. And then I could bring in either another rush. All right, so we'll try. We'll try that. So I'm gonna put it on him. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this guy. I'll bring in... So we'll bring in Zoro so I can save these guys. And then I'll rush, attack both of them. So I'll bring in Zoro. Let me attack again 5-on-5. Let's try to draw another card out. Okay, well that's actually kind of big. Because now I can save our man here. Which is... nice. Alright, and then I'll attack them 6-on-5. Okay, so we get them down to 2. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. It kind of depends on, again, what rush they have. So if they attack for a 5, I will sack this kid just because we're going to be at 4, just so I can do potential aggro stuff. And so, no, we'll block that. Because again, if I can keep 2 of these on the board, I have this to go into. Alright, so that's pretty solid. So they drop kid, which is fine, because we got them down to 2. So I could drop kid and killer. Okay, they're attacking 5 and 5. Or do I block with Shariah here? Get this out. No, I'm going to make a we're going for it. Why not? We're going to be very, very aggressive here. I'm going to try. So I'm going to be. So we're at 4. I could attack. So I could put 3 on, attack them. Attack 7 on 5. We try to bait them KOing this or this, and then with like 2 attacks. Let's try it. Let's try it. Because at the very least, I have Gordon, so I could wipe their whole board here. Okay, so interesting they do that. So now I could attack him again. And we could still clear the whole board. Alright, so let me do this then, 6 on 6. Because I'm trying to hand starve them as well, so this is why I'm attacking like this. Alright, so that's fine. And then, so let me attack this guy 5 on 5. Alright, cool. So now I can attack them 5 on 5. We'll see what they got, if anything. Alright, so now I'm going to drop our Gordon onto this, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, go to that, bring in Kid and Killer. Now we'll attack him 7 on 5. And we'll kind of go from there. Alright, they make a crazy play with sacking both of those. Alright. Whatever, they better draw on something good, and whatever this card is better be good. Okay, so they're dropping Law. Alright. Because I'm still going to be able to attack them. So they drop that down. Okay. They have 3. I have 1k to block something here. Alright, so they're doing 5 on 3. Okay. But I mean, if they don't have anything in hand, then yeah, we got them. Like, I don't think that they could have done anything, because even if they played whatever, I still, we're still good. Obviously, very little aggressive play call there. But for me, in like the mirror matchup, I feel like if you being able to play around rush characters is kind of, I feel like, the strongest, just because we know playing against Law, depending on like what version they are, they might not have a whole lot of 2Ks and stuff like that. So, but they, I don't know, they played very strange. Crazy to me that they sacked the boys so early. I thought that meant for sure they had more, but I was wrong with that. But they were playing, they went for it. But yeah, just getting the rush, and obviously being able to hit Ray is just, I feel like just hitting one Reiju just is insane. It just helps you out so much. And yeah, obviously we're able to use our other cards and play around certain other things, and we're making little plays there and stuff too. Like the Kid play, I assume Kid was getting, like for me when playing like a removal deck, whether it's Law, Sakazuki, or whoever, if they attack, I feel like don't be afraid to just sack your blocker, because if you're playing a removal deck, more than likely they're getting removed either way, like anyways. So if your opponent's going to attack something like that, like definitely don't be afraid to just put them in a spot where, you know, they should have done that first, because I feel like a lot of people don't utilize blockers like in certain ways, like because if you're playing a removal deck, just expect your blocker to get removed, like, regardless. That's how I play. So even if my blocker survives a turn, like, if Kid would have survived that turn, the next turn I would have attacked them with Kid. Because assuming at some point, again, they just need one Gordon or Max, and he's gone anyways. So that's for me how to utilize him as much as I can. And then in that situation, blocking him, because he was going to get, like, removed anyways. They used their max on him, so that's why I went for that. And yeah, although there were just in the mirror matchup though, I don't know, I feel like again it's just kind of like that battle of attrition, because if you get more rush cards than your opponent, you're good, because you just need that one turn, again, whether it's you or them, where this one turn where someone can't remove like 2 things off the field, then you're gonna win. Like for us, we are able to protect our stuff. That's also why I did what I did was so aggressive with the counter and everything. It's just because against Law, especially knowing like mostly what's in their deck and getting them to have to like play around, like the more swings you can take on them, the better. And especially because our deck, again, is so sort of aggressive. If you have the rush cards, then you can, I feel like, play like that and just be put down on the gas pedal and just going for it. But yeah, I don't know. They definitely went for it on the defense. I guess they were hoping I was going to run out of gas there with them sacking some of their stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of how the mirror matchup goes for me, like win or lose. It just kind of depends. The key things for me in this matchup that I've noticed, whether I win or lose, is just like the amount of rush. So like, well, kid or killer, or just in before we get to EB01, just getting more Zoro. And then now with OP06 and stuff coming, like Reiju is just on that equal level too. Like if someone gets one Reiju or more, they're definitely gonna win. Because again, we're both down on cards here, because just playing so aggressive back and forth, and just being able to get like one is super, super big. Obviously, I guess I should have saw. Well, I don't know. Some people run the blocker law and some people don't. So I guess being a little bit more cognizant for me, just be paying attention to 6 to go to 7, and then for them to drop that. But even with them dropping that, since we had multiples and stuff, it wasn't the worst outcome. So, but yeah, mirror matchup. We'll see how things go in the future. Definitely, if Law gets more popular, I'll definitely dive into stuff like this a lot more, just because it may become something you have to face. But as of right now, it's just a fun little thing, and yeah, it's a fun back and forth either way. Alrighty, here we go. Some green, yellow Yamato action. We got the ramp in this one. I got the boys twice here. We have a bunch of stuff that we can kind of play around. I could force their hand here. Is what I could. I could attack them and then drop Zoro on attack, and then put them in a weird spot where they need to attack Zoro. So I may do that. And so they block out there, and then we'll attack them again 5-on-5. Because now it's a spot where, like, they want to get us down. Okay, or they hit the Yonami life trigger off the rib. Alright. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but again, we'll see what they do. If they attack for anything low, we have to block it. But if they go all 9, I guess I'll let this hit just because I can drop some stuff. Okay, alright. Oh, okay. That's fine. I am okay with that just because I can drop Kid now into the boys, and then we have Shiraya for next turn. And we have 2K as well. So I'll drop this. Go 1, 2, 3. Bring in the boys. We get 1. Let's swing on them. 6-on-5. So they block that, which is fine. And now, depending on what they do, if they attack for 8 or lower, I'll make this play to block just because I have Ray to be able to drop. And then we'll kind of go from there. So if they're only attacking like that, then yeah, we'll sack Saga here. And now I'm going to be able to go Shiraya and stuff as well. So we're going to be able to fly at them for the rest of this game now. So throwing on Gadatsu, which is very interesting. I have interesting play. I don't know if we draw this, but even if I didn't, I would have used this to try to search for something. But how do I want to go about this then? I could play Bond Clay for 4. So that leaves me 2. So attack him 7. Well, here, let me attack... no, I'll attack 6, and then we'll get one back from... Actually, no. I can attack 7, we'll get one back, and then Bond Clay will give us another one. So I attack 2 7s here. Which will be pretty dang strong, I think. Alright, so that's cool. So it gives me 4. We'll throw down Bond Clay. Get 1. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. I'll bring in... I mean, honestly, I could bring in Ray. So, yeah, let's just do that. Why not? Get 2 more cards here. Get things set up. And then attack them 7 again. Get another 2K. Because, again, they're going to be at 8. So, even if they attack for anything crazy. Alright, so they're down on cards here. If they drop anything, I have Bond Clay to take over to attack. If they attack for anything super high, I can just sack Kid because we have Shariah to drop next turn. And we'll just kind of play like that. So, we'll attack 6 on 5. We block that. So I have 7. See, okay, Hody Jones. Interesting play. Drop in Hody here. Because that puts him down to 1. And we got a bunch of attackers here. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, they have to attack Bond Clay. But we get Kid back. So that's fine. I have 8. Alright, well, let's just poke with a 7 and see what happens. And so I'll attack them 7 on 5. And see what they do. Okay, so they go down to that. I'll just attack them 5 on 5. Alright, so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 12 on 5. Even if they have all of these, which I'm doubting. So we'll just do that. Yeah. Dang, they were loaded up on the Hody Jones. Okay, I see why they're going to play. It's like very interesting going for it like that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yamato is. I mean, Yamato's good, but the problem with Yamato for me, like, I don't like playing. I've tried playing as Yamato, and I just really don't like it because it's so one-dimensional. Like, you straight up, like, it's super easy to, you know what to do to stop, and like if your opponent can stop you by blocking, like, I feel like it's just one leader attack early game, you just kind of win because there's not a whole lot they have. Like, they have to kind of hit the life triggers as well, but even with that, their life triggers aren't the best with the things that they have, and everything else just revolves around like Hody Jones. It's like being able to bring in and go for like the game. It's like to rest your opponent's blockers. But they have to have you down 2-0 for this to even be like a thing. And yeah, I don't know. Yamato is just like, Yamato is just a matter of like if you can stop them. If they're, you know how to stop them. It's super easy. Again, you just need to block out of one, get a blocker down. Like, don't be afraid to sack a blocker or two to just block and attack, because you're able to keep your life up. Especially, too, if you get the blockers and can cycle them and keep yourself at the 4, then they can't even use their ability, like their leader ability, like that, and then all their other cards and stuff that'll be like in their life, especially like other Wano cards. If they're playing those, they can't even get those, so that's pretty strong as well. But yeah, I don't know. Yamato is good. It's just like super one-dimensional. It's just like if they are able to hit you, especially early, like twice, they can beat you. But if not, then if you're able to just block out of like anything, then you're gonna beat them. It's just like that. So don't be afraid. Again, especially early game, because again, late game, depending on how things go, their only play really is they have to get Hody, which is so just kind of expect that back in your mind. So that's why, because since Hody can rest 2, unless you're doing like all blocker wall and gonna have like minimum 3, then don't be afraid to just cycle out your blockers like each turn. Like if they would have attacked previously with like Kid, just sacking Kid, if you have another blocker in hand, to then just block. Because if you can just, again, play against their abilities, then they can't beat you. Because they don't have... that's the other thing, too. For them to be able to take advantage of their leader ability and everything, they need to attack you for, like, a decent amount. And if they're doing that, that means they're not prioritizing the board control. And with us as well, since we're able to get so many characters out, it's just super, super easy to then overwhelm them. Like, if, again, I just being able to block their attacks, because they, like, have to hit you multiple times early game to be able to do anything for them. For their late game to even work, that's kind of how they have to go about it. So for me, this matchup, it pretty much just depends on that. Obviously, we had just a very good opening hand and stuff. They did hit the Onami trigger, which is pretty much the only thing that kept this game. I probably would have won, I feel like, last turn if they wouldn't have hit that. Because, again, the reason I made that play and stuff, too, is putting them in a spot where if they go for your life and don't prioritize the board control, then you already have a character out, and then we're about to go 2 like every turn from there on, and it's just I don't know, it's super easy to overwhelm like Yamato if you're able to play like block anything. But yeah, I expect this will be a matchup we'll see a decent amount in OP06, which I'm definitely excited to dive more into as well once all that stuff gets updated, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. Okay, some Uta action here. This will be interesting. We have 2 Shiraya. We have some search action as well. So, kind of want to keep this and this. This next turn will be at 5. Should I attack them and try to get them down and then drop this? And then for next turn, we at least have some on the board. I guess, yeah, let's do that. We'll play a little defense here. A little defensive board control. We'll get some Shiraya. We'll do Shiraya. Get it set up. Ooh, okay. We get 1. That's actually kind of fine with that. So they have 4. Let's see if they drop. If they hit the Brook chain, something like that. Ooh, okay. So they're grabbing Sanji. Okay, clutch. Okay, interesting they throw that down. That, just a 2K, because it's going to be gone out of here. So we'll do that. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Go to that. I'll drop the boys. We'll grab 1 here. I'm going to attack them 6 on 5. So they do that, and then just keep the pressure on. We'll attack 5 on 5. And just with that as well, Shiraya will be staying at like the 5K. So if they want to attack Shiraya, they have to do at least that. Alright. So I'm kind of okay with that too. Because again, the tough thing with Uta is if they get too much, they can stall things out. And so I can just do... How do I want to go about this? No, I could block with this. Yeah, we'll make the play there. Just because I have a Gordon, I can drop another kid this upcoming turn. So they know they have Luffy. They play Frankie. Okay. I mean, I could get rid of this. Or, because I know they're gonna play. We know they're gonna play Luffy next turn. So I may want to not do that, and we'd play defense with the blockers, and then next turn try to pick them apart with certain things. So I could drop another kid here, which would give us 2 back. And then I could bring in Beppo at the end as well. And then we'll play around that. So that'd be 5. That leaves me with 2. Okay, so we'll lead off and attack 7 on 5. So if I can get them down, ideally to like 2 this turn, then I'm okay with that. Alright, so we get them to take 1 there, which is alright. So we'll do that. Then I'll go 1, 2, 3. Grab Beppo, do that. We get 2 more, which is cool. Attack again 7 on 5. And then, okay. So get him to commit to that. So how do I want to go about this then? Because I could attack again, 6 on 5. And then they'd have to attack here. But I could block with Shiraya. because I do have another Shariah. So I'm going to chance it. And since we have this kid as well. Okay, so we get rid of a decent amount of cards in hand for them. Again, knowing that they want to attack with a bunch of stuff here. Oh, 7 on 5. Okay. I'm fine with that. If they're going to leave kid chilling, then we're like big fine with that. I can do... So that leaves them 7, so they're going to play Luffy. Block with this, and then... Do I make the play here, or do I save this? I guess we'll just make the play with the Shariah. We'll keep them both up. Because again, the more I can attack... Well, I could just get rid of Luffy as well. So they have the 2K. So saw that coming and that coming. Okay. And we had another Gordon. Alright. Well, let's see how we can go about this. Because I could pick apart their entire board here. Alright, so let's drop the Gordon onto this. So that's 4 and 4. And then this is... We got that down as well. So I could drop this Gordon onto here. And then we save 4. So that leaves me with 3. So I then attack this. And then we kind of bait out certain things. Because then I can drop this and remove either of them. So we're making a crazy play here. So I'm at 9. They're at 8. I will... Alright, attack this 5 and 4. See what they do. Interesting. Okay, so they take the hit there. So I just need 4. That leaves me... Alright, so I'm going to put 1 on this kid. We'll attack him 7 on 5. Alright, so that's fine. I'll put 1 on this kid. Attack him again 7 on 5. Because regardless here, I'm getting rid of this man here. So it leaves me with 4. I'm going to get 2 back here. So I can attack with a bunch at the end here. So do I want to drop... Yeah, drop this onto him, get him out, and then we'll just go off. So onto there. Go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. We get 2 back. So now I can attack. So now I'm at 8. They're at 8. So I still can't get our man here, which is unfortunate. But I can do 8 on 5. Then either get them to sack this or... Alright, they take another life. Okay. So, see how this goes. I have Shariah to sack. And we'll kind of go from there. These are both at 6, so if they play anything crazy, they at least can't attack these two. I guess let's have Doflamingo maybe, but even if they drop Doflamingo, I still have a bunch of stuff. So 5 on 5, attacking there. So they want to drop Doflamingo, and they're going to freeze this, this, and this. So that's fine, because then I can use Shariah and Law at least to attack them. Yeah, saw that coming. Because if I would have blocked, then it would have put us in the worst spot. Because I'm still at 3 life, like regardless here. I could get rid of this. Get the guarantee on them. Guarantee 2. We could go for the game, honestly. Yeah, why not? Onto there. Use our ability. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. Don't need to bring anyone in. We get our 2 back. And so... how do I want to go about this? I do a 9 and then a 10. So I'll attack him 9 on 5. Alright, and then we'll go for this. And attack him 10 on 5. And yeah, we got him. So saw that coming. Use our foresight there to figure that out. Again, well, didn't use Shariah to protect anybody. Is because if you ever see that with the 10, I knew that was coming. And I didn't want to put us in the spot. Because if we would have tried to protect and then not seen that, then... well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Either way, so never mind. Forget my yapping, because even if I did that, then They only could throw 3 regardless, so it didn't super matter if they did these 3. I still have the 2. Obviously, us drawing max there, pretty much that one is the game. Because without that, I mean, if we got max or a rush card, like if we got Zora or Kid and Killer, we would have won there too, I think. But I don't know. Can't look in their hand because I can't do the little trick to see what else they had. But if they didn't have another Doflamingo, like next turn, even if they somehow survived, they were only getting rid of 2, and then that would have left me 3 plus whatever we would have then got. So I'm still feeling good, kind of regardless, to just wear them out because we got them down. And yeah, I don't know. Uta, I feel like is a tough one sometimes, just because if they're able to stall you out, because again they have like the 2Ks and stuff like that, which they were cranking. But yeah, I don't know. Uta kind of goes back and forth for me. If they're able to stall me out, and then normally if they're able to stall me out, and if they can hit like back-to-back Doflamingos, that's where things get tough. Just because if you don't have the rush characters, like if you don't get any rush characters, then that's where I can get kind of trapped. Because Doflamingo is just super, super annoying because it frees up to 3 the rest of the characters and leaders. And just kind of going off in that, you know. But yeah, besides that, if I don't know, we got 2 kids, which is crazy, very, very strong. And yeah, I feel like we played overall in that one pretty decent, trying to bait them into certain things. Probably could have went a little bit different method with all that, but it is what it is. It worked out. We came out on the right side, so we'll take it. But yeah, I don't know. Law is just law, and once we get to EB01, again, I feel very, very confident kind of playing anybody. But yeah, this will be, again, sort of like the little EB01 finale for now, because I want to start diving back into, for hearing like the Western stuff. OP06 is about to come out, and once everything gets updated with the bans and restrictions and stuff like that, I'm definitely planning to dive super hard into all of that, figure out the matchups, being able to make deck tweaks and everything, which I'm very, very excited for, because I love being able to do that stuff. Because with RP Law, it's just super fun because we're able to change just like certain little setup components depending on like matchups and stuff, which is what I'm pretty excited for. And depending on what happens with ban restrictions, we might be in a pretty good spot too overall. So we will see how that goes for OP06 and the future. But yeah, this has been a fun little experiment. I've had so much fun with the EB01 stuff, trying different builds and everything, just for a little taste before we get there in May, which I cannot wait for. It's gonna be a blast. Like this will be our moment. We've been through it all since the beginning, back when the 3 captains deck dropped. You know, it's been a crazy journey, and it's sick that we're gonna get like the payoff, you know, for all of our like hard work and everything we've been putting together. Whether no matter where you're at playing, who you're playing against, like it all is all gonna pay off, which I feel like there's not too many better feelings than that when you're able to work for something and then actually see the improvements and stuff and everything come to us. So yeah, super, super excited for the future EB01. But this will wrap up the EB01 stuff for now with Law. And yeah, we still have a ways to go. We still got to get to EB01, so we still got to get through the challenge of the OP06 stuff, which will be something I'm looking forward to, diving in, going and trying a bunch of different little things and stuff like that with all that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you play RP Law and everything, I hope things have been going well for you, and I hope they continue to go well for you in the future and stuff too. And as always too, feel free to update me as well if you play RP Law, whatever happens, whether in the comments, on Discord, whatever. If you want to send me any kind of messages, updates, stuff like that, you're winning locals, beating your friends, I don't care. I just like seeing we're all on the same team. I don't care what build you're using or anything like that as well. Again, as long as you're getting success with the RP Law, that's super awesome and exciting to me, because again, it's my favorite deck. And we're all on the same team, so as long as you're winning with RP Law, I do not care what build you use. I feel like it's just it's just super cool. It's super cool for me to see all the stuff, and everybody that's like been reaching out and everything has been awesome. And just seeing all your guys' updates and progress from all your matchups and everything is super, super cool. And I love just the improvements as a collective in the RP Law community that we've been making. It's super, super fun discussing just different builds and play styles and stuff, and being able to just tweak everything. Because that's a cool thing too for us with RP Law, is we have so many options and variety. So there's not, like with the other decks, I feel like you have to use like a certain build, and there's not any wiggle room to do anything outside of that. And then for us, we have like so much stuff that we can kind of make just the fine little improvements and everything, and it's so cool. But yeah, enough yapping out of me. Again, thank you guys for tuning in for all this stuff, and yeah, we'll dial things in for our next little challenge with OP06 and all that stuff when it drops out, and I'll see you in the next one.